Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Duke, aka Dukester, and I am here with probably the last live stream of this main story. And of course, we're right at the end, right next to the final area. I'm really excited because I've seen parts of the end of the story, but I haven't seen the whole thing yet. But I'm very excited. Let's go ahead and finish off the story. The story of Endwalker. One sec, guys. Sorry about that, you guys. I had to blow my nose. And I'm sure you didn't want to hear that. Dead ends. Man, I gotta say, I really love the music of this place. It's very nice music. Oh look, we're starting to get the new ones. Sorry. The new tombstones. We're starting to get the new tombstones. Nice. Let's see how long it takes us to actually get into this. Oh.
So you are finally here, in this place between death and rebirth, where life knows no dawn. Come then. Follow me down into the darkest depths of despair.
Creepy.
Once upon a time, there was a beautiful blue star that fell to pestilence and rotted inside and out. The more its people clung to life, the more they suffered. Until they curse not the illness, but their fellow corrupted.
We're all called the warped flesh. Creepy.
Those who lived and festered. Those who died and decayed.
till you throw it. Thank you for saving me. Oh god, I was killed by it. I was killed by the pestilence, wherever it was. Yay. Oh, that's right. We have a red mage on the team. I should realize that means we have 2 respawners. How about Lucky? We almost had it. We almost got it. And down.
And the very last of them wish they had never been born at all.
Hey!
In a faraway place, a brilliant star eradicated disease. Before
Fantsay
destroying the self-same lives it had saved.
The first star was destroyed by sickness, this one was destroyed by war. Oh joy. God, I really need to get my red mage up to level 90. Do all kinds of cool stuff with red mage. I want to use it more. Bard is the only one that I actually ever got to level 90 so far, so I have to use this. Not that Bard is bad. That should be a lot of fun on its own.
Its people sought ever greater freedoms no matter the cost. They tried to buy peace with fire and steel. what is the point? There were none left to answer.
I'll pass on that one. Whoa.
Farther still existed a star without strife. Where none remembered life's trials or its joys.
I'm just in this world died of stagnation.
What its people had gained from ease, they lost at apathy.
Wait up, wait for me.
So they created the kindest, most gentle of beasts. Was as painless as it was beautiful.
Ow. And there I go.
Bathed in its golden glow, they all slept happily ever after.
Oh, we had this one. Top of it too. Nice one. Almost got it. Come on, come on. Yes, we got it. Hey.
That you still stand. Your determination defies all reason. The souls within me writhe and recoil in your presence. What must I do? What pain must I visit upon you to make you surrender to despair?
No one is unbreakable. What pains one may weather may bring another to tears. But therein lies our strength. For when we fall, our brothers and sisters are there to raise us up, again and again, without end.
I see. But no matter how much hope exists, ever will there be more despair. Ever will the living cast the present and announce the future. So shall we sing until life ceases to be.
Jeez.
Seven hells!
On your guard.
The rage. It rises. Rises.
What the hell?
Stop! Calm yourself, please.
We die in pain. We die in suffering. Who are you to live? Who are you to hope?
Hold on, my friends.
Oriange, watch out!
Cheap shot.
Alphino!
That's a cheap shot, man.
We cannot know. We cannot know.
Don't, please! Don't do this to them!
We will not suffer alone. All will know our pain.
No, you don't!
Nice. Oh, jeez.
All awash in ice, a frozen waste, forever silent. You gifted them escape, and rendered yourself powerless. Bereft of the synergy you claim is your strength. Unless you mean to call upon the dead once more. Defiant to the last, but you will be one with us ere long. You will be battered and torn and made to crawl. You will weep and wail and curse your impotence. Curse your life as it fades. As we did. As we died. Such pain and sorrow we felt. Such anguish and rage. We tried. We tried, but it was no use. Only when we surrendered did we find release. Only when we embraced death. So join us in despair and embrace yours. My ultimatum. What is happening?
That's a good question. What the? Shiryu? Oh no, wait a minute, it must be Xenos!
At the end
That's right, he
of
took the sword.
everything, I
Point.
you, my friend. I sought something in you once, as you did in me. When at last I understood what it was,
Wow.
I journeyed to Sharlayan to seek you out. Struck a bargain with the woman who shares your gift. In exchange for lending the Scions my aid, I was given the means to come hither. Gorging upon what remained of the Mana Crystal, I reclaimed the form of the dragon. And, hungry still for our reunion, I rode the light of the stars to you. I take it this is your prey. But why does it still live? Surely it is no match for you. I assumed you would be above something so banal as despair. Am I mistaken? I care not. What I desire of you isn't succor. It is satisfaction. So come! Let us dispense with this distraction, you and I!
Struggle in vain. You will not silence our song of oblivion.
The final day. Oh, I'm still riding on top of them. Okay. Here we go. Oh, I see how it goes. The end singer.
You will never reach it. Will never reach the deliverance you seek.
Our hunt ends this day. There is nowhere you can flee that we cannot follow.
Even stars must die. We have seen the end.
Ah, jeez.
The same end. Again and again.
And the planetary collision attack is what kills me. Ah. Ah. God damn, it's like the fourth time I died.
A sorrow so deep only emptiness remains.
God, I can barely see anything.
Tis so lonely between the stars. We have seen the end.
Really also nice meeting on his able to come back with us to his beard. Ah. What the hell? Oh wait, now he's doing two?
The same end. Again and again.
No, healers! They're dead! That's tough. There's no way to revive them either.
There is no happiness in life. There is only one place it may be found.
Oh.
Ends this day. There is nowhere you can flee that we cannot follow.
Even stars must die. All of us have known despair. We have seen the end. The same end. Again and again.
I didn't even do that. We already know where the sun's going off at. I know. Theoretically, it's supposed to be, let's say, the futility of life. But still, as a patch mechanic, it just doesn't make sense. There we go again.
A sorrow so deep only emptiness remains.
Oh, on the other side there.
Tis so lonely between the stars. We have seen the end. Same end. Again and again.
I'm understanding.
If there is no happiness in life,
Nice. Yeah, a lot
only
better,
one
huh?
place it may be found. Oblivion.
Nice.
Dynamis. No matter. You only delay the inevitable. This is fate.
Seriously? Oh, that's not fair.
Your time has come. It always does.
Nice.
What is this defiance? No! The hatred, the pain, the loss. We cannot suffer it again.
I see.
We will stand against fate.
No no matter the cost!
We've been here before. Many a time.
Thus do we know.
To never give up. The hope will shine again.
What we saw. What I saw. This can only end in misery and desolation. No life, no star, nor the universe itself.
Oh, we almost got it.
None should hope for better.
Yeah!
If this was not the answer, then what is it? Where lies happiness?
Yay!
No matter where we flew, there was only darkness and loneliness and pain. We couldn't find the answers Hermes yearned for. The answers he deserved. Greetings, you who are my final encounter. I wish to hear your words, share your feelings, know your thoughts. May we please be friends? Yes, I can see them. The memories of a long, long journey. So many people. The thoughts of them overflowing in your heart. What they live for. What gives their lives meaning. There was never a single answer. You gather pieces of happiness, precious and fragile, only to lose them. Then start again. On and on it goes, until death takes you into its gentle embrace. That which Hermes sent us to find was there all this time, on Atheris. Like a field of flowers, perhaps. At first a single blossom. It spreads and takes on more colors. Thank you for guiding me here. To find these words at journey's end fills me with joy. And so, before I fall forever silent, there is one thing I must do. No expression of regret will undo what my sisters and I have done, or restore what we have stolen. But if you would allow it, I would sing one last song. A song of the newfound joy that swells in my heart. Of the beauty of light when it shines across a dark and starless sea. Of a dream that from the soil of worlds now lost to sorrow, life will spring forth once more, nourished by gentle rains and caressed by uplifting winds. A song of hope. One day, life will fill the universe again, and Hermes will see this and smile. How, I do not know. But I do know that where there is a will, there is a way. After all, miracles happen every day, do they not? I will create a path back to your ship, where your dear friends await. Hold in your heart your desire to return to them, then follow my lead and walk forth. That hope will surely guide you true.
You mean to return. To the world where you are hailed as a hero. Hear me then. Not as a hero, but as simply you. As I learned in Alamigo, you are a formidable foe. Stronger than any I have faced. Against you, I need bring my all to bear. I need burn through the candle of my life. This is the sole pleasure I know. And it is the sole pleasure I have to share. And so I come before you, to issue challenge, and offer singular bliss. If you wish to walk away, I will not stop you. You value life. You do not burn yours save for reasons you deem worthy. Reasons such as those which brought you here. The salvation of a world and its people. The motives of a hero true. But there is more to you than that. You know this to be true. As surely as you know the thrill of pushing your body and soul to their limits. Of confronting ever mightier foes, dancing ever closer to the precipice, wondering if this will be the one to finally fill the void. Such pleasures you seek for their own sake, and no other reason. Is this not so, adventurer? Ha! Acceptance! At long last! The conflagration of our clash will scorch even the stars!
Oh, interesting. One-on-one battle against Xenos. Here we go.
Nothing back! Push yourself to your limit and me to mine! no fight in you, I see. Show me your vaunted fortune. Soon you will know the full extent of my power. Mine for the taking. Mine for the taking. A test of your reflexes. A test of your reflexes. Mine for the taking. A test of your reflexes. A test of your reflexes. Mine for the taking. Mine for the taking. A test of your reflexes.
of your reflexes! For the taking! Ah, my soul! How it serves! The inferno swelling within you. Come! Let all creation be consumed by our ravenous fervor! I have you! Do not tell me your life's fire is already spent. Yes, yes! Rise once more! It mustn't end yet! A test of your reflexes! I have you! Of your reflexes! Show me your vaunted fortitude! Have I overestimated your potential? A test of your reflexes! I have you! For the taking! A test of your reflexes! I have you! A test of your reflexes! Show me your vaunted fortitude! reflexes! I have you! Mine for the taking! Ah! No, not yet. Not until the last of me is spent. Ah! Now fall! This is my moment! Our moment!
Anyone doing a vibe of the final battle in Naruto Shippuden between Sasuke and Naruto? That's what I'm doing from this.
That I should lose again. How disappointing. Never have I understood those around me. Understood their obsessions. Besieged by their banality, the world is a mire of tedium and trivialities. But in these fleeting moments, there is a spark. Blight. Gone. Too soon. What of you, my mirror? Born into this world, bestowed name, bid to seek out strife and adventure.
Was this life a gift or a burden? Did you find fulfillment?
Ugh. Sorry about that, guys. Eh. Talk about lucky.
Can you hear him? Safe. Must tend to... Open your... Please.
Someone, and...
Please.
You can't leave us! Not like this! If you do, I'll never forgive you! So come on! Open your...
Don't worry, Alexander's still alive. Jeez.
Are you with us? Oh, thank the heavens. For a moment we thought... After what you've done, you're the last person to be asking that. You... How can you keep your promise if you're not here?
Another fine show you've put on, my friend.
A fine show indeed. What were you thinking? Fighting alone? Never do that again. My poor heart couldn't bear it.
Put yourself in our place. If you hadn't returned, how do you think we would feel? And if that sounds harsh, it's because we care.
We tended to thy wounds as best we could. But how is the pain? That is gladdening. Grievous as thine injuries were, however, I would counsel repose for a time.
Gladdening! There's nothing gladdening about this! When Meteion appeared in here and told us that you were right behind her, we all got our hopes up. But you never came! And when you finally deign to appear, you're within an ilm of your life! Damn you! Damn you for making us worry!
Oh, those were quite a celebration! Anyway, well, the important thing is that you're all alive and in reasonably good health, and we mean to get you back that way. As for your earlier request, I'm quite certain we're in range to make contact now.
Ah, excellent. Let us announce our return at once. I hope you're ready.
While you were unconscious, we set out from Ultima Thule, you see. Can you stand? If so, you may wish to see what's outside. We're home, my friend. We're home.
Yay!
Is that? It is! It's the Ragnarok! They're back!
Thank heavens.
Truly.
They've done it! Welcome home. Yes!
Welcome home, everyone! Welcome home!
And that's it. That is Endwalker, all done. I gotta say, Final Fantasy XIV has had one heck of a story. What do I think of the last 4 parts of Endwalker? Or the 4 parts of Endwalker, I guess I should say. Well, part 1's pretty good. So was part 2. Part 3 was very slow. And not very interesting, to be honest. I mean, good lore stuff, but other than that, that's it. It's just a lot of walking around for that one. And part 4, again, really good. Especially the final boss and all that. Well, with that, I'd say that's probably gonna be all for Endwalker, and that's probably gonna be the last of my live streams unless I find something else to play. Who knows? Maybe I'll do like a. Let's see. What game should I do? Live stream on next or playthrough. Let's see. What games are coming out soon? Oh, I could do Forspoken. Ooh, that would be a good game to do, Forspoken. Yeah, maybe I'll try and do that. Although that probably won't be out for a while. I know I also want to try to do a playthrough of the new Pokemon Legends Arceus game that's gonna be coming out. But I have no idea how I'm gonna be able to do that with my Switch. I know I have a Elgato, but my computer is not very strong. It's not a very powerful computer to use, so who knows. I'm sure I'll probably think of something though. starting to wish I could go ahead and actually skip ahead of all this. Just in the trying to remind us of all the key moments in the entire story. Right now we're going through Heaven's Sword. Oh, Archibald. And Emerson kills top to his dad. I definitely have to say that Heaven's Sword is definitely my favorite part of all this. Definitely my favorite part of the story. Apparently the Knights of the Round, as well as Team Thornton, are a reference to another game in the Final Fantasy series, but I honestly don't know what game that is. I wish I knew. Unfortunately, I'm just not invested enough into the rest of the Final Fantasy series to actually try to play the games. As you can probably tell, I like the more action-adventure oriented games in the Final Fantasy series. That's why I've actually played Final Fantasy 15, as well as Final Fantasy 7 Remake. I think we're going through the story of... No, wait, no, we're not going to... I think we're still going to... No, wait, no. Oh no, we're in Stormblood now. We're going to the cutscenes in Stormblood. I think. I could be wrong though. My thoughts on Stormblood are that the areas that it did let us explore, like Doma, Hingashi, and Alamigo, all those places are actually really cool. I definitely love the aesthetic of those places. The story, well, it's still interesting, but I wouldn't say it's on the same level as Heaven's Sword. But it was still a good expansion. Man, did anyone else want to punch that guy in his face? Man, they did a damn good job of making Asaki a hateable person. They also did a good job of making, oh, God, what is her name? the Doman Vice Sword for Dharma Dolanmon. I cannot remember her name. Now whatever. They did a good job of making the sister also hateable, but at least she has a reason to be so angry at Dilma and all the people. She had a horrible upbringing. Oh, now we're in Shadowbringers. I gotta admit, I was never attempting to actually go to the world first. When our friends were actually starting to fall faint or to faint and they were trying to figure out where the souls were going, I honestly for a sec thought that they were being transported to a different time. But no, they're actually just being transported to another world entirely. I also admit they did a really good job of fleshing out the backstory of the Axes too. Really good job on that. Oh yeah, Voltry was another person I really wanted to punch in the face. And we actually got a chance to do that. Thank God. Man, that final battle against Hades was actually really cool too. I had a feeling it was Rata underneath the hood. Although it wasn't until part of the way into the story that I really started to think that. Oh yeah, and that boss fight was actually really cool too. Yeah, when it comes to boss fights, I definitely have to say that Shadowbringers definitely had the best boss fights. I'll admit that. Or at least the best final bosses of the story. That said, I'd still have to say that Heavensward was definitely my favorite part, or my favorite expansion overall. Oh, and now we're going into the stuff for Endwalker. I'd have to say that Endwalker, even though it does answer a lot of questions and all that, I think they made it a little too slow for my liking. There's not really much fighting in that. I mean, there are some really great boss fights in this game, in this expansion, obviously. But when it comes to, but compared to the other ones, it's a little bit lacking, I'll admit. Of course, it did have a lot of story points that I had to go through in order to get it all caught up, so I guess he couldn't really help it. Had to wrap up the story, after all. Man, I gotta say, that part with the baby and Rasahan, that definitely got me in the gut. Jeez. Yeah, there's this part now, when we go into the past, that was very slow. I mean, it made sense. It's supposed to be more of a story part instead of fighting or anything like that. So most of it is just walking around and talking to people. So you can't really help it. At least Xenos actually got some closure too with his final battle. As well as did Hydaelyn. God, I wish it could go faster. Oh good, it's almost done already. Or not. Oh, what? Huh. Oh, nice. That's a nice piece of artwork right there, huh?
Dearest mother, dearest father, this letter will be the very last that I write to you from the rising stones. As I commit these words to parchment, I fondly recall my journey as a scion. From the time I first walked into the Order's former halls, to the time I set forth to forestall the final days. At the farthest reaches of the Sea of Stars, we fought the battle of our lives. Fought against despair itself. A veritable maelstrom of it, fed by the resignation that dwelled in the hearts of beings not so unlike ourselves. Full oft have I harbored the same malaise. Have I been brought to my knees, crushed by the weight of sorrow and defeat, convinced that I will never rise again. However, I have also known many moments of unbridled joy and happiness. By this truth do I find hope within, blooming resplendent, like the Elpis flower. And thus do I endure. Do I look forward to creating more memories with my friends and loved ones. For from these fertile seeds, yet more hope shall spring forth. And they will grow to become shining lights that illuminate the dark. Thus believing, I leave the rising stones behind, as will my comrades. For, as we have decided, after careful deliberation, we are disbanding the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Oh. Really?
There you are, Alphino. Everyone is already gathered in the foyer.
My apologies. I'll be right there. At least, that is what the story will be. Sorry to keep you all waiting.
What could you possibly have left to do now?
Oh, just a letter.
I imagine it will be a while before we can gather like this again.
So it must be, if we're to keep up appearances. From now on, it falls to the Grand Company of Eorzea and its allies to deal with the realm's crises.
Meanwhile, we shall return to our erstwhile ways. Retreating from plain sight to take our place in the shadows once more.
Ah, interesting.
Indeed. For the foreseeable future, I expect that we must work independently, as we seek out problems that want for solving. But a day will come when we face another great challenge, and we will face it together, as we always have.
As much as I look forward to that day, I do hope it doesn't come anytime soon.
Well, formal association or no, if any of you should require my services, you need but ask. I'll be glad to keep my lance arm honed.
I'll hold you to that. So you had better keep your link pearl on hand.
So you really mean to stay, Tataru?
Oh, someone has to keep the Rising Stones in proper order. And even a super-secret organization requires a super-secret base of operations. To the rest of the world, it will be naught more than a workshop for Eorzea's foremost up-and-coming artisan.
Nice.
If you thought our coffers were full to bursting before, just wait till I can devote myself wholly to the crafts.
Plotting to build a mercantile empire to rival that of Lord Lodorito, are we?
Oh, that'd be good to see.
I, for one, look forward to your future successes, Tataru. As do I our next meeting.
And with that, I believe it is past time you all made ready to depart. Leave no preparations undone or words unsaid, all right? Now, off with you.
Ah, of course I need to talk to everyone now. Detailing the devastation caused by the final days. It appears the situation is grievous in the lands surrounding the bounty, where the skies first began to burn. After Salinity was observed in the far north, and Dralanov and the frozen lands beyond. We also heard reports of the heavens catching fire in isolated locations, one of which was an area in the northern empty. Had our guests taken any longer, Charlie and Sue may have had come under threat. Thank goodness it's over now. To be sure, Bastards and lesser beasts may still be roaming about, but these localized crises should be well within the capabilities of each nation to handle on their own. The Scions are no longer needed. Which isn't to say that we won't help out where we can, of course. As individuals, no more of this order's business. Okay. For my part, I'll be heading to Garlemald with Alphanode. Huh, they're going to Garlemald, huh? They were among the worst affected and still need all the help they can get. easy. No part of aiding those in need is coming face to face with tragedy. Knowing it doesn't make it any easier, though. That I'll curse my weakness, my inability to fix every problem, and save every lost soul. No matter how much it hurts, I won't give up. I'll do what I can for as many people as I can. Begrudging no effort. Should I find myself disencouraged, I'll remember you. Think back fondly to one of your many moments of triumph and the accompanying determined expression. Even those that still annoy me in retrospect, like when you activated the teleporter without warning. And should you hear about me, I want you to remember too. Remember that I am out there somewhere, trying my very best. Not that I'm trying to become famous or anything. That being said, the next time we meet, you'll be vastly improved. I'll be vastly improved. So don't be surprised when you find yourself marveling at me. Now then, Urianger, what do you have to say? Orion, thou hast spoken with our comrades? Though this party be not forevermore, 'tis nonetheless occasion for sorrow, akin to a Pixie's path. The navigation of such farewells is a perilous endeavor indeed. For the Partower, the Volopterus embarked upon a new beginning. Though bereft of its purpose as a vessel, the moon yet remains hospitable for the creatures of Aetheris. Thus do our lunar visitors converse with the Forum, intent upon assigning some new and beneficial role to our solitary satellite. Yet ere that may come to pass, there is much and more each party must learn of the other, a process which doth promise to be eventful indeed. That's what I meant to say. To that end, I Kared, a Carid of Loporits, hath gleefully dispersed across our lands in the name of mutual understanding. Eidolon, 'tis said, did imbue them with her love for all things born of this star. And 'tis Fanat's own nature, I believe, which doth manifest in this irrepressible, inexhaustible curiosity of theirs. Having witnessed that which they strove to achieve, I wish most keenly for their long labors to be rewarded, that their unabiding affection for man results in a boon for all. Moreover, I hope to continue our acquaintance and share in such knowledge as they see fit to impart. I'd call it a friendship myself too. I did not wish to presume. I would be honored should they consider me a friend. But it's certainly true that I have grown fond of their company. But I shall digress for no further. This day should belong to the science of the Seventh Dawn, to mine incomparable comrades. Oft times hath mine reticence caused thee grief, and mine actions spurred allies to suspect betrayal. And yet here amongst you I still stand. No amount of words could express my gratitude for thine acceptance and forgiveness. Thus, instead, I do proffer my humble support, be it unto the deepest abyss or the highest heavens, even if I must needs wander across stormy skies, never shall I answer thy summons. Oh man, I'm gonna be doing a lot of reading, aren't I? Ugh. I still got 6 more to go. Let's try and do Alpha Node next. I know usually I'm not gonna be reading all the words, but I think I'll go ahead and make an exception for this one. Well, it's the last part of the story, so might as well. One sec, guys. Let me go and close my door. Oh, Orion, pray forgive me for delaying the gathering. I was writing a letter, you see, to my parents. As busy as Father has been tending the aftermath of the Exodus, he has been good enough to show concern for the Scions. And besides, I have made them worry enough for a lifetime. Henceforth, I will endeavor to write as often as I am able. A little effort to set their minds at ease while we continue to be away from the Charlian. Both Alize and I are off to assist the Godmont's recovery, you see. Though uncertainties remains over what will become of the nation, we cannot well leave the capital in its present state. We will rejoin those members of the Ilzabard contingent still stationed there. Lucia and Maxima helmed the relief effort, with support from the Allies, the people of Galamond among them. They will gradually be joined by those who have finished treating the tempered across the lands. Lest you misunderstand, we do not seek redemption for failing Lucinia and her sister. This is a burden we must always bear. Nay, we go because of the truth and Lord Prentice words. The truth that whatever ideals individuals may espouse, nations are not moved to action unless they stand to benefit. For the foreseeable future, the fallen empire will be at the mercy of both internal and external forces. And though I do not doubt the intentions of the contingent... One sec, guys. Yeah?
I'm gonna go, pick up dinner, so I'll be back.
Alright.
How you feeling?
I'm doing alright.
You alright? Okay. Golf, getting better?
Sorry about that, you guys. My dad came in to talk to me for a sec. Where was I? Alright. with greater powers involved in the relief effort, our allies may well find themselves drawn into a political agenda. In going, we seek to ensure that the needs of the people come first, to understand their hearts, that we might better help them to begin anew. I'll go and say I'll visit when I can. By all means, full glad would I be for your visit, and I believe I speak for Elise too. Or Elise as well, I think. For fairly as long as I have been in Eorzea, you've been at my side, watching over me, in good times and in bad. That's for sure. How many times have we gathered to share our tidings? None could possibly keep count. The world is changing and will continue to do so. Yet no matter what the future brings, I hope that I can ever look to you, in good times and in bad, as a dependable comrade and dear friend both. Thank you, Orion, from the bottom of my heart. You're welcome, off a note. Alright, Cryle, what do you have to say? Alright, go and select Cryle. Jeez. Cryle. Oh, Orion, how are you feeling? Any lingering aches or pains? Can't apologize enough for sending Xenos to find your ultimate goal. When he came to me in Shireland, I was truly torn. As ever, there was only one thing on his mind. Forced to make a decision, I reasoned that if he would not be deterred from seeking you out, he might at least aid us in our cause. And so I struck a bargain. In the end, he was true to his word, and you defeated him despite your earlier exertions. But knowing the state you were found in, it could have ended very differently. My decision almost cost you your life, and no words to express the remorse I feel. Yeah, it worked out. You did the right thing. It was a relief to hear you say that. Thank you. Time and time again, I have been made to feel woefully inadequate. I wasn't much use in battle, nor should I face the form without my nerves getting the better of me. It always fell to you and the others. I must and will do better. And I shall begin with the restoration of the students of Baldesia. Or Baldessian, my mistake. Through our work, Charlian will strengthen its ties with other nations, that we may be better prepared to face whatever threats arise in the future. Of course, this isn't something I can accomplish alone, but thankfully I have the staunchest of help in Rhea and Ochika, and the other remaining members. Together, we'll continue Grandfather's work. As before, certain commissions will take us to dangerous locales, and we may need to call upon seasoned adventurers. In such times, might you be willing to assist us? Not because you feel obliged, mind you, but because you feel allured for a task itself. Marvelous. Should something of interest arise, I shan't hesitate to reach out to you. Until that day, I shall endeavor to become more dependable comrade. Become a more dependable comrade, that's what she meant to say. Alright, that one wasn't as long as the other ones so far. Alright, Thancred, what do you have to say? Ah, our champion and savior. I was beginning to think my chance for an audience would never come. That sounded more amusing in my head. Speaking of heads, I was worried about yours, and the rest of you, for that matter. On the mend, I trust. Glad to hear it. You're in a bad way, and healing magics or no, I'm impressed of how swiftly you've recovered. Then again, 'tis hardly the first time you've cheated death. That's for sure. Your strength of will has never failed to astonish me. Look at what you've accomplished. Meeting undefeated, her song of oblivion touched short, the source and all her reflections delivered from the final days. If you had faltered at the last, then all hope would have been lost. But you held fast. Now Rain has a tomorrow to look forward to, and I could ask for no greater gift than that. As for a lesser gift, however, the next time you see her, I would appreciate you not describing my travel plans with Urianji in aimless wandering. We've a purpose in our roaming, after all, keeping an eye on things in the absence of scions on a world stage. We'll never be at an end to the little problems that go untended by nations. We will do our best to help out where and when we can. Which, I suppose, is an approach not far removed from aimless wandering when you get down to it. Perhaps you could tell her I was faring well, and leave it at that, eh? No need to mention this feeling of being uprooted. I've never been one to stand still for long, but when I think of home, 'tis the rising stones which comes to mind. How many times have we set out from this face, thence to return when our work was done? On the day the Scions come together, we only hoped for Mervelia to find the place where she belonged, but never did I suspect to find one here for myself. Indulge me, Orion. I have a question for you. I imagine Mervelia herself is asking. Why are you glad you joined the Scions? Best decision I've ever made. I can honestly say the same. But all good things must come to an end. At least for a time. Should you need a helping hand for infiltration or reconnaissance, you know who to ask. I'll come running and I'll likely get a certain funny-talking fortune teller into the bargain. Alright, Zane, what do you got to say to me? Are you really just staring at each other? If you have something to say, then out with it. I'm sort of torn on what I'm supposed to say here now. Just wondering how I'll earn my keep now. I'll go and do that, why not? What, I thought Eagle Ventures had any number of ways to earn coin. And through the Scion's mode of operation has changed, we should be compensated as before. In any case, I do not want for options, even if some are worse than others. No sooner did Emmerich hear about our disbandment than he offered me a position as a guardsman in the Imperium district. As a former Acer Dragoon, I'm guaranteed to be popular, he said. Who does he take me for? Even without his meddling, I'm perfectly capable of finding employment, and have. Some days ago, a Hansif envoy arrived with word from Vitra. The worm requested my presence as soon as things have settled here. He didn't deign to mention why I'm needed, but it pretends to dragons, like as not. In Thavnir, like elsewhere, the phenomenon caused by foundries abated when you defeated Medion. Though it was too late for those who had already transformed, life is beginning to return to normal for the survivors. Of those who sought refuge in Starlian, most have already returned home. But many do not have a home to return to, nor loved ones. By an arrangement between Vitra and the Forum, such souls may remain in Starlian if they wish, to work and study. Vitra was always the satrap in truth. It's gratifying to see him become one in name as well. One who has the complete confidence of his people, if the envoy's tone was any indication. I often find myself speaking favorably of dragons of late. Not so long ago, I was assumed my benevolence hid ulterior motives, but it's clear he cares for his people and they in turn revere him. To know such a nation may flourish is comforting. Vitra's kin sought release from conflict. So weary were they of the suffering it wrought, they surrendered to oblivion. But Midgard Stormer didn't give up. In hope, he made the journey to distant Aetheris with his clutch of aids. And though his progeny went on to be embroiled in conflict with men, there were times when they transcended hatred and abided in harmony. That is their legacy and their triumph. In my lands, I feel the weight of their struggle and the strength of their resolve, and it lends me strength. These things I might never have learned had I not joined you. Should you ever have need of me, I will come. At the very least, it may be an opportunity to earn coin. Alright, two more. So I need to tattoo a Stola and Grahatea. Oh, are we saying our farewells too? I had at present planned on journeying on any great length. Not that I am adverse to a moment or two of quiet remnants. In fact, there was something I've been meaning to ask you. Something that has been in my thoughts since the last flames of the final days subsided. During our travels, we have witnessed more than a lifetime's worth of oddities and spectacles. More than can be easily recalled or remembered. And nestled among those memories are certain essential facts the history of Aetheris and the ancients, glimpsed of the air and their culture and the philosophy. Rather than simply hoard such treasures in my mind, I wondered if I should not be disseminating them in formal records for wider consumption. When needed, I have penned reports and reported briefings wherever have I bolt at the or bout what the hell is that word? At the idea of binding the subject of my studies in a book or tablet. Truth is given shape in interpretation. When we seek to capture with our words, it is invariably molded to fit a narrative, no matter how well intervened the rendering. Well-intentioned, my mistake. An event is described as sad, a summation which fails to express the emotional complexity. Yet the word on the page is what endures, a pale shadow of reality. Throughout history, some have deliberately embellished the truth, but I believe many, if not most, revelations are the result of similar linguistic shortcomings, piling one upon the other. I'm having trouble reading these sometimes, until the last result is unrecognizable from its original. Which is why I fear that writing an account in my own words would be akin to diluting fine wine with water. Yet even with the potential for corrupted meaning, I do have, of course, realized the importance of keeping written records. Without them, my search for wisdom would be painful affair indeed. But what say you on this matter? Should I take up the quill, reflect upon the experiences only we have shared, and seek for preserve them for prosperity? I say yes. Join them, let them be read and remembered. Very well then. I shall endeavor to pen what I can of the air, and the ancients, and so many other wonders. But I am no scribe, and I will be less a polished work, and more an reordering of scattered notes. In any case, I feel much better for having sought your opinion. Left to our own devices, we tend to overthink such things. I will otherwise return to following where my curiosity leads, my mistake. I am having trouble reading this. After all, a safe method of travel to the first yet eludes me, and our venture into the great expanse has promoted an entirely new set of questions. Should you stumble into the unknown or struggle with some impenetrable mystery, know that I am at your beck and call. It never hurts to see things from a different perspective, and mine is rather different than most. Yeah, with you being blind, you have to look at people's ether instead of their actual faces. Alright, last person left. Grahatea. One set first. Alright, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. Alright, Grateo, what do you have to say? Oh, alright. Might you have a moment to talk? No. One sec, guys. Sorry about that, Michelle.
There you go. Everybody's good. Hi. You're such a doggers. You know that? You're such a doggers, aren't you? Aren't you? Yeah, we're holding on to you so you don't bark or yap. Yeah, you don't want to start yapping. No. Quiet. No. Tell her to shut up, Dad. Ginger, sit down. Pick her up, dude. Let them pick her up. Well, don't put her down. She'll be a bedroom.
I'm sorry about that, you guys. I had to stop the dogs from barking because my sister just got home from work and the dogs are very excitable. But anyways, where were we? With the science stepping away from the public eye, I've been left to consider what new endeavors I might pursue. And after speaking with Trial, I've decided I will be assisting her in rebuilding the students of Valdesian. Indebted to Master Bot, but had I would have never set foot within the Crystal Tower. I would have never met you, never become third director of the tower, never become a scion. You gave me the chance to do so much good. I hope to continue to do so with students. With added benefits, new mysteries often find their way to our doorsteps. Mysteries that could prove ideal for fulfilling our purpose, to embark on a new adventure together, unlike any we've experienced before. Whenever you have the time and inclination, my friend, I stand ready to accompany you onto the unknown. Do you recall in the realm of the Omicrons when I asked if you thought I may someday be mentioned in your epic? While it's true that we earn a place at your side, would be the stuff of dreams. In the end, nothing would give me greater joy than to stand with you in the here and now. I needn't be so grand endeavor. There needn't be a promise. Whenever adventure calls, I won't hesitate to invite you, and I hope that you will do the same for me. Without a second thought. I'll hold you to that. As much as we have already seen, there's still so much we haven't. Who knows, perhaps there will even encounter survivors of the Omicron somewhere out there. After all, given how they took to the stars, it isn't infeasible that some found themselves far from home. And should we encounter a wayward traveler awaiting commands that will never come, I would bid them seek adventure for someone, and with the partner find new purpose, a new dream. For if crystals can hold fast to dreams, why not Omicrons? Whatever your plans may lead, do not hesitate to send word. And should a mission of interest come my way, I will be the first to know. You will be the first to know. Alright, I think that's everyone. Yes, it is. Alright, all that's left is to talk to Tataru. Sporting your fill, have you? If so, I'm thinking to send everyone off. Leave the rising stones. With your permission, then. Your attention, please. At risk of spoiling the mood, the time of departure is upon us. In my capacity as your receptionist, I bid you all safe journeys. Till next we meet, be well. Oh, what I get? Argos Horn, Wind Up Heroes. Come on, you know who this hero is. Oh, okay. So it's a little wind up Azim. Or Banat, my mistake. It's a wind up Banat. Endwalker footfalls and flow orchestration. Nice.
I suppose we're off to Garlemald then. Though we ought to speak with Lord Emmerich first. If he's received word of any recent developments, we need to know.
'Twould be prudent to purchase some warmer clothes at least. Mayhap we can pick up a few souvenirs for Euless and the others while we're at it.
Where will you all be heading next?
There is a book I've been meaning to borrow from the Great Google Library. And I can think of at least one person who will be most displeased should I fail to visit before leaving.
We've no particular destination in mind, but we do intend to stop in Sharlayan before we set off.
We had thought to ask after the Loporrits. I am curious as to how well those who chose to remain are adapting to their changed circumstances.
Might we accompany you then? Raha and I were planning to return to the Baldessian Annex.
Commissions have been piling up in our absence, and they must be dealt with ere we begin our work in earnest.
Estinian, you will return to Radzat Han, will you not?
Aye. For Vritra's benefit, though I've yet to hear the details. I may not stay long.
I see. Then it is here the Scions at last part ways, each to some far-flung corner of the realm.
Perhaps. But I believe one of our number, a rather important one at that, has yet to divulge his plans.
Quite right.
Indeed.
Fair point.
So, what's next for our humble adventurer?
In. Nice. It's Fantsay, my friend. Our journey will never end. Oh.
The constancy of this place never ceases to amaze me. An ocean of souls, shimmering and eternal.
I'm just in this as Azim.
And yet, something stirs. Yes. Steeped in darkness, deep as starless night. The beast hungers. Alas, I dare not investigate in earnest before the coming of my guiding star, as he foretold. We shall descend to the depths, you and I, to confront the dread beast Pandemonium.
Ah.
Oh, the sights we shall see. The sights we shall see.
And with that, I'd say we're done with Endwalker. Unless there's like more story. Nope, so she says to be continued. So apparently there's something going on in Old Charlotte. Let's go see. There's a whole bunch of side quests at the very least. The Crystal from Beyond. A sight at the end. I wondered Charlene was in one show. Where no Lopperit has gone before. I'm guessing all of those are not different dungeons and stuff, but that is in fact the end of the story. And I gotta say, that was one heck of a story. So with that, I gotta say, this is probably gonna be the last live stream that I'm gonna be doing for a little while. So, with that said, I'm Ryan Duke, aka Deepster, signing off.